Hello, welcome, Happy New Year, it's me, David. You know, the guy who explains how Australian politics works? For the past 6 years, I've been making Auspol Explained, and I've loved it. I've made over 150 full-length episodes, hundreds more shorts exploring all kinds of topics, sharing fun facts about politics and history. I've interviewed politicians and constitutional experts, and most importantly of all, I've helped thousands and thousands of people learn more about how Australia's political system works. It has been amazingly rewarding. But it is time for a change. Don't worry, I'm not quitting. No. This isn't one of those big announcements where I chew time pretending this is some kind of life-changing thing or a surprise retirement or whatever. The change is real simple. Do a better job. And you're probably thinking, no, David, you're doing such a good job already. You know so much about Australian politics, you're very, very handsome, and you are actually very talented in helping people understand how it all works while still being entertaining. And you'd be right for thinking that. Well, I've definitely made some really useful stuff in the past 6 years. My approach has been incredibly inconsistent. I've just gone from episode to episode deciding what I felt like talking about that month. There are big gaps in what I cover. I've never actually properly explained the separation of powers, for example, which is kind of fundamentally important. There are episodes that are just, way too long for anyone who isn't a big nerd like me. Sometimes I am sacrificing good, efficient structure for just including more details than necessary because I think it's interesting, but I think all of this is interesting. You don't need to know every interesting thing I've ever found out, so why don't I just make it more efficient? And also stylistically, not much has changed in the past 6 years. I've got a very similar editing style, font, color choices, etc. There are a lot of choices that I made 6 years ago and then just never reevaluated them. So my plan going forward is to fix that. I'm actually going to plan this out. I'm actually going to give it some thought and actually be more useful than I've ever been before. So welcome to Season 3 of Auspol Explained. If you're wondering how the seasons work, it's roughly from one federal election to the next. That's how I've done it. It's not a real thing. So Season 3, right, is me going back to the basics and build up from there to give you a clear step-by-step guide on how Australia's political system works and actually go over everything that's important. That means shorter episodes, which also means more frequent episodes. That's right, you're going to get more of me. The goal is to create a detailed and useful repository of information to give you a clear, easy to follow guide on how Australia's political system works, how you can get involved with it, and also make it entertaining so you don't get bored along the way. That's really important. Plenty of people tell me that they wish that they had learned the things I talk about in school, so here you go. I'm going to make a body of work that actually covers everything you should have learned in school and more. And also by making the episode shorter, I hope to reach more people because again, no one who isn't already interested in politics wants to sit down and watch an hour-long video explaining something about the Constitution. But don't worry, there will still be some silly episodes. I love a silly episode every now and then. Kind of gets a bit awkward to email someone and be like, hey, can I interview you? Also, your interview is going to be sandwiched between me talking about Prime Minister's gravestones for fun. I might also go back and redo some old episodes. I might get rid of some old ones that I don't really fit very well with my mission statement or just weren't very good, or maybe if I find an inaccuracy, I'll get rid of it. We'll see. This isn't just an announcement on my schedule going forward. Trust in democracy is declining around the world, and I've seen a lot of misinformation designed at making people angry and disengaged with how things actually work. It's important now more than ever to actually care about how political systems work so that you don't fall for misinformation. Parliament, politics, and the government can feel like a big and complicated topic, and yeah, it is at times. It's something that's often wrapped up in dense technical language, and if you're unfamiliar with the basics of Parliament, you probably don't know where to start, or you might be victim to misinformation about how it works. So that is where I come in. If you're not aware, the purpose of Auspol Explained is to give you non-partisan explanations about how the Australian political system works. Not commentary, not telling you who to vote for, it's just simply, you should understand this. Everyone deserves and should understand how the political system of their country works, regardless of their political views. I don't just want you to know how voting works, but the significance of voting, and also what happens next. A lot of people think that voting is just about deciding who forms government and that's it. That's not it at all. There is a very big difference between government and parliament. If you've got a problem that you want the governments to take action on, then understanding how the system works helps you engage with it better and make it likelier that you'll get better outcomes. Democracy doesn't actually work properly without education and participation. And I want to provide you the first part so you can do the second. I want you to care about politics, I want you to understand politics, and I want you to get excited about participating in politics. People should care about this, but also understand this. Also, on top of explainer videos, I'm going to be doing a series where I give you short, simple assignments to build your understanding of, like, who represents you, how to engage with parliament and government, and be a more active citizen. Yeah, if I'm going to teach you how things work, then I might as well give you some follow-up homework. Look, we all know that you're not going to care that much about going to the gym very much after that New Year's resolution energy has worn off, but have you considered actually building up your understanding and interest in politics? It's not enough just to know how things work if you never actually engage with it in any meaningful way. So I'm going to give you assignments as well, which are entirely optional, but like, come on. Join me in this journey of being a more active participant in democracy. And then also, on top of all that, somehow I'll be trying to fit in writing a book about interesting moments in Australian political history. Fun. I've given myself a lot to do. The book is nowhere near finished, but one day I will finish it. I promise you I'm doing it. I don't have a publisher yet. I will tell you in due time when that is done, but a lot is happening in this space. And hey, regardless if you've been here from the beginning all the way back in 2019, or if you've just found me recently, thank you for tuning in. And if I've taught you at least one new thing, I want you to show your appreciation by sharing Auspol Explained with someone you know. Help others learn too. Help me reach more people. And if you're feeling really generous, I have a Patreon. Link it in the description. You can get access to new episodes before everyone else. So you can impress people by knowing slightly more about Parliament than them. It's worth it, I assume. If you don't believe me, try it out for just like $1 or $2 a month and find out. And there you have it. That's it from me for now. I'm so excited to start a new phase of Auspol Explained, doing a bigger, better job of just telling you more things, but more efficiently, and actually planning stuff ahead of time. So subscribe if you haven't already, comment down below how much you love learning about Australian politics, give us a like, a share, etc. And of course, thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon who already have given me money to support me doing this mammoth task of telling the entire nation the Basics 101 of Australian politics. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.